Hi everyone, hope everyone is doing great. I'm sorry again for the long break, but there were things going on with my health and all, and that's why I took that break. Um, so there was an incident which I want to share, and I'm gonna try to keep everything in English today, just because there was an incident which happened, and I want to reach out to every single people over there who are trying to get into an education system here. So I guess during Diwali festivals going on, once I was standing at I always greet my kids on the door. So that day, I was standing on the doorway, and there was a person who just came in, and believe me, I was super low because of so many reasons, but I never show that to my kids. But this person came to me. I don't want to take her name, but this person came to me, and I have seen her a few times in our building, in different buildings, in our buildings. And I know that that person, she's not a teacher, she is a doctor. So I have seen her in school, so I know I somehow know. Not everything, I don't know everything, but I know her by face. And she came to me and she's like, I need to give you one suggestion. And I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Because I'm always open for suggestions, right? And she's like, you are doing an amazing job. And I'm like, with what? And she's like, I see you in school, and we know about you, your YouTube channel. And I was like, oh, do you? And she's like, yeah. You don't know that she told me that there are so many different women who are trying to watch my channel, who are trying to become a teacher in the United States, and they have the qualification, but they don't know how to become a teacher. So my so when you're feeling low and when someone just comes and tells you that how good you're doing, because she was like, I can see that you're not doing it for money, you're doing it to help for others, because believe me, no one gonna tell you on how to become a teacher here. No one. That's a guarantee. I have researched a lot. If you find it, let me know, because I didn't find any easy way. And I tried every single thing to become a teacher, and my journey was different. So obviously everyone's journey gonna be different, but still, I went through a path which was my requirement. And the suggestion which that person gave me was, can you please try to make those videos in English? Because we are talking about the people who are coming from the southern part of India, and they have no clue about Hindi, and you're making videos in Hindi. Now people are turning on their subtitles and all that stuff, but it would be really grateful if you can uh, make videos in English. So I was like, yeah, I was so excited that there's like a subscriber, my first time encountering a subscriber, and she's asking me something, and I was like so hyped up. Um, and that person doesn't know how I felt on that day, but God bless her. I hope she get the vibe, and she understood that there was something going on, and we are not close person. I don't know her, I don't see her every single day, I don't even know her name. That's very bad on my part, but I'm pretty much sure that we have like so many different buildings in our school, like six, I guess. So we don't meet on regular basis. So it's once in a while. So I don't know her name, but the way how she approached to me, the way how she encouraged me, the way how she told me that I am helping so many women out there to become a teacher, and they're trying to like get into the job. And thankfully now my building has so many Indian population around me, and I feel so happy about that. The reason why I feel so happy about that is because earlier when I started, I was only one in my building. So the kids used to, I somehow feel, I may be wrong, but I somehow feel that when kids see the people who looks like them, who share the same culture, who share the same thoughts, beliefs, same household mentality, sometimes it's really that thing which the kids are looking into. Like especially when you have kids who, I have a kid in my intramural, and she was born and brought up in Bangalore, Bangalore or Bangalore, whatever you guys want to say. And she moved to States like a year back. So for her, one day she came to me, one of the kid was mean and trying things which they shouldn't. And she came to me and she's like, Miss Sharma, that can never happen in India. And I'm like, yeah, that is a cultural shock, especially for a kid who is not technically, emotionally, and mentally developed yet, and they are coming to a different country. It's a shock for the kids also. So now I'm gonna try to make sure that I make most of my videos in English. Um, Currently, I am also having so many life updates going on, and I'm not the person who can like walk with the phone and like make a videos of my house and what my things are going on and how how I do my day-to-day life or thing. I cannot do that. I can just sit in front of a computer or camera and talk to you guys. So the current life update was my health conditions were somehow not favoring me. I'm the person who work out every single day from last 12 years. I don't remember any day which I don't work out. Maybe a handful of them. So, and I'm very much focused about how what I'm eating. So I'm not even eating like in United States, you won't get enough. You won't get those vegetarian foods which I eat, just because I am the vegetarian who don't even eat eggs. So there is like diet restriction for me. So I was always the one who was cooking meal every single day, who is trying to eat healthy and all that good stuff. But we went to our Universal visit, or I can say Florida visit, over the Thanksgiving break. And on Monday, there was something going on at home. I was trying to cope up, but then all of a sudden we went to Universal, and I remember the day, it was Friday, and I called my husband and I said, I think I should go to urgent care right now, and I'm gonna come back home a little late, because I'm going to urgent care. And he called me and he's like, no, there's no way you're going all by yourself. Come home, I'm gonna see, we're gonna go together and all that stuff. So I didn't went. I I went back to my house. Then I started relaxing, because one of the reason what I was feeling is maybe it's stress, maybe I need a little break or something like that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna relax. And by that time, like what was happening with my body is my body was telling that my heart rate was high. And the only thing which I was experiencing was like my heart rate is going really fast. And I didn't wanted to monitor that. But still, one day on Friday, I tried to monitor, and while I was just sitting and talking, it was like around 82, 84, and then it will come down to like 70, 72, and then it, like without even doing any activities, it was going up and down, up and down. I was just sitting or laying around. Then on we decided that I think it's normal. I'm just thinking too much about it. Let's go on the vacation. Maybe that's gonna fix it. So we went on a vacation, and there was like multiple things which happened on our trip. And I cannot discuss. I'm just gonna share what I can. So on Monday, it was my son's birthday, and I felt on that day that I cannot even walk 10 steps. Like, if I walked 10 steps, my heart rate was like pounding, my heart was pounding, and I could not, like, I was not calmed down, because I was like, what is this? What is happening to my body? And I was so panicking at that time. But on the same side, I was composed. I want to keep it straight. I don't want my family to get like super anxious about what's going on with me. So I try to keep a straight face. The only thing which I remember from my SeaWorld, we were in SeaWorld on that day. The only thing which I remember from that day was I was sitting in the SeaWorld, and my husband was taking my kids on the roller coaster and everything. And I'm just sitting there. I was trying to do Sundakand at that time, but I couldn't finish it. That was just a day where I literally promised this thing that I was in that zone where I was like, oh, these are my last days. What I'm doing, what should I do, and all that stuff. So I was panicking because I was like, I want to see my family. I want to go back. I want to do this. Like so many questions comes to you when you're not feeling well, and I always say this thing that I am the strong person. I delivered my youngest one and I came home from hospital on the same day and I cooked the meal. So because no one was there. So and with having Kabir who was 2.5 year old and then my youngest one. So I'm that personality that I don't rest. So I came from hospital, I cooked the meal, I did everything, dishes, this and that. Like but then having this type of day where you're physically, your body is telling you, no, you cannot take it anymore. 10 steps are too much for you. That was my phase where I was panicking from inside. And all of the sudden, this is like a cherry on top of the cake. I got a phone call from my doctor's place. I had my blood work done a week before, and the doctor said something which I was not able to hear because it was so crowded. We were watching that. I remember that was the first thing in the morning. We were watching the Whale show. So I have no clue what the doctor said, but I heard that we are scheduling you for tomorrow's appointment because your blood work came in and your cholesterol level is high. That's what I heard. Now, as a science kid, this thing pops up in my brain. My cholesterol is high, which means my heart is not having, my blood is thick and it cannot flow through my body, and that's why I'm having that struggle. Like, so many questions were coming in my brain. The only thing which I was trying to keep up with was I was thinking maybe my I got some sort of COVID or I'm sick because of that. Now now you get in that thought process where like if it's a disease, someone else might get it, whoever was around me. But I was the only one. And I got the flu shots also, but my flu shots were like earlier. My family took the flu shot 2 or 3 days prior to this, but I took my flu shot like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I work in school, and when you work in school, you will get so many type of viruses. And especially with me, I'm that type of teacher to whom kids love to come and hug. So I don't know how many hugs I get in a day. And the same I do it. I do the hugs. I'm also that person. So I don't know from where I got it, but I felt that was some sort of infection which I got it because I was feeling like internal fever. I took Tylenol for like 2 days. I was just watching my heart rate, not doing anything crazy, even not walking. I was not doing any rides because I was like, there's no way I'm going on those thrill rides because I'm gonna go, my heart rate gonna go up and all that nonsense. So I didn't do any. But then thankfully on day three, I was like all calm down. I was not feeling that. Like in my brain, back in my brain, I was like, am I feeling that? Am I not feeling that? Is it there? Is it not there? Like I was constantly thinking about that. So yeah, I didn't had anything on the third day, and that's on day three was when my trip started. But my husband lost his uncle. So we got this news on Tuesday or Wednesday night. So I told him that we lost uncle. So, like, we were on the trip and we were thinking about why on earth we came here to relax because I needed a break, and now all I'm hearing is bad news or like news which are like literally affecting me as emotional person. Then we came back on Thursday was the only day which I remember from Disney, and on Saturday when we were coming back, on Friday when we were coming back, I'm sorry, I got the news.